Is this segment going to be legal, Paul?
Yeah, yes. We ran it past our lawyers, so we're pretty sure.
That's
yeah.
good because it's about legal advice.
And it's all free, which is a great thing too. So let's get all lawyered up. You want
All right.
to?
You can never have enough information about the law, especially when it applies to you. So check this segment out. Hopefully you'll learn something.
Well, I'm here with Christine Altman, attorney and elected official,
Yes, sir.
talking about property taxes. What are the different types of property taxes people can be concerned with, time frames, things like that?
Okay. Primarily the property taxes fund that we pay if you're owner of your primary residence or if you have a business. You can have personal property tax, which would be machinery, that type of thing. But primarily what I'll talk about is real estate taxation.
Okay.
And what that money does is it's our primary funding source for local government. It covers with the local option income taxes, it's about 40% of what government lives on. So your primary services that you get with your emergency services, your fire departments, your police departments, that really rely on that.
Okay.
The legislature about 5-10 years ago went through and they capped property taxes based on value. And they put in place for your homestead, your principal residence, a 1% cap. And then if you have residential real estate, that's a 2% if you rent it out to others for their residence. And then all other property is capped at 3% of value.
So 1, 2, and 3 are the
1,
numbers.
2, and 3. It's very simplistic. But at the 1%, if it's your residence, and I think most of your folks will be most interested in that, there are several deductions that are very valuable to homeowners.
Okay.
The primary deduction that's valuable and you don't want to miss out on, and you should go check your property records to make sure it's there, is the homestead deduction.
Yes, very nice.
It is. It dramatically reduces, so your cap is at 1%. You won't be taxed more than that. And it's based on the assessed value, fair market value. So you start at that, and then you reduce that down based on your deductions. The homestead starts out, it's, I'm going to refer to notes because there's lots of these
lots
deductions.
To talk about.
It's the lesser of 60% of the value of your home or $45,000. So that takes off $45,000 just from the get-go once you file it appropriately.
Were there anything else that you can share with our viewers regarding their property tax? Because I think this is a very informative discussion.
Well, there's some other ones, some other deductions that I think people ought to investigate depending on their age and circumstances.
Okay.
If you're over 65 and you have property that's assessed value of less than $182,000 plus or minus, and your combined income doesn't exceed $25,000, you're entitled to a deduction, and that's $12,000, over $12,000.
Pretty significant.
Right. And there's also an over 65 circuit breaker where your taxes, if you qualify with your income, it's $30,000 for an individual filer, $40,000 on a joint return, and your property is less than $160,000 in assessed value, your real estate property taxes cannot go up more than 2% a year. That can be significant.
Absolutely.
So that's a nice circuit breaker for, you know, those people on generally fixed incomes at that age. That's why it's there. We have blind and disabled that are income constrained. If you make less than $17,000 and you're blind or totally disabled, you get a tax break. Veterans get tax breaks.
Oh, yes.
And probably the best veterans tax break would be for the veteran that has a 10% or more disability based on active service in a conflict. So if you served in Vietnam and you're 10% or more disabled, there's a significant tax break for you on property taxes.
It's important for people to investigate that.
Correct.
Yes.
I mean, knowledge is really important, especially if you're on a fixed income or for anyone, because these are things that the legislature has granted and people should take advantage of them.
Well, very good. Christine, you've been a wealth of information for everyone.
Seeing it wasn't too boring.
No, not at all. I'm Kevin Kimbrough, LifeStyle Indy.